So, welcome to the Color Lights World Project. We are a group of 10 international color light experts. We have been spreading color and lights in our Zoominars since January of this year to bring hope, inspiration, healing, knowledge, and beauty to the world. Tonight, we are having our 9th speaker, Samya Ilaria Di Donato from Italy. I am color-buresch. I'm the founder of the Color Lights World Project. Samya Ilaria Di Donato is Italian. She's an author of 25 books on color, color psychology, color and spirituality. She's a business counselor. She's a talent consultant, and she's the creator and developer of the Color Anima software test system. Enjoy tonight with Samya a journey into the colors of your soul. And please mute your microphones, dear participants. Welcome, Samya.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry for my English. You have all English speaker and my English is not very good. I will try to do my best. So first of all, I would like to start with a very important things for me. That is the story of when color saved my life. And I want to start with the specific images that you are going to see quite soon on the screen, because this is a very important starting point. These three lines, red, green, and blue, they are the three lines for the Kabbalah that are going to connect space and spirit, man and energy, time and soul. And we will see that when these three lines, they connect each other, they are going to create, let's say, a different path. We are going to discover in between the ancient knowledge, the meaning of some specific color, not all of them, but we will see that the colors, and not only we will see the vibration and the energy, they are going to open a new window. And by the way, I want to show you some images about, Gabrielle, this is for you, about the starting point in Pula. You will have no sound, but just to have an idea, this was Pula in 2019 when we start this journey and when I discover Gabrielle. But not only because, you know, in that specific moment, I receive all this information that I'm going to share with you. And I was presenting all this information all around the world in many, many places before COVID. And after COVID, also online. And you will see how much power, how much energy they are going to have if you use them in the right way. So this is a small part of my project, a lot of books, a lot of other things, but just to have an idea of the fantastic world that you are going to discover tonight. Welcome in this journey of your color and your soul. And I know that usually people, they shut up in the seminary, but in a while, I will ask you to open your microphone and to share with us which is your, let's say, favorite colors, and also the color that probably you like the less. Can we say something like this in English? Joy, I will ask for help for English probably. But in between these two parts, I would like you to share with me which is the color that you like the most and the color that probably you have some difficulties with. Who wants to start? Josette?
I like most indigo.
Okay.
And turquoise, and I do not like the light lilac.
Okay. Lilac.
The light
Perfetto.
lilac.
Okay. Thank you very much. All the other one? There is someone else that wants to share, or we can start from this point. So every single color that, let's say, we like the most is going to tell us a specific talent that we have. And every color that probably we do have a specific, I don't know, misunderstanding. Can we say something like that, to do not use any negative words? But usually the color that we don't like is the color that is, let's say, receiving the meaning or the subject where we are escaping from. So usually, and that's why we are starting from this point in between light and darkness of a color, not only for the meaning, but also because in that color, there is the door to open to discover your world. Josette, I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to start with indigo. Are you ready to discover which is the hidden, let's say, secret code behind indigo? This is Kabbalah. I don't know if any one of you is familiar with this technique, with this very ancient knowledge. Kabbalah, it means received. And we are going to see that this indigo, there is something important that I need to tell you, that the Hebrew language, you have to read on the other side. So we are going to start from Aleph, that is the first letter, Nun, Yod, and Lamed. And the message for you, Josette, is that the energy of the I am grows until it reaches infinite. So it looks like you have to discover more power, more information, and your energy needs to grow. I think that is a very nice message, only for you for this moment. After, we do have, there is in Hebrew, we don't have, in the Bible, we don't have the turquoise as turquoise, but we have this color that is called telet, that is a light blue, or we do have water, we call it aquamarine. Is it exactly the same in English? Okay. Do you prefer aquamarine or light blue? Which one is the most close to the one that you like?
Light blue.
Okay, light blue. So it means that your heart is the key to access life and wisdom. And this is not a secret, of course, but this color, if you make the exact translation of every letter, these two tau, that is the first and the last one, they are going to be in between the lamed. Lamed is the connection in between what you have on the ground and what you have in your sky. So on a, let's say, on a value point of view, on what we call gematria, in this knowledge, is that you have to be able to access to your life through your wisdom, and also you have to be able to open your lamed, because it's like the two tau, these two letters, that the first one and the last one, they kind of close your wisdom in between. So you need to be able, like, to force this light blue to explode. This is only, and let's say, one of the meaning, because of course the Kabbalah is a huge amount of information. But what we want to discover is that every single color is having a specific message for each one of us. Josette, and after we have the, let's say, see here, we have the violet. I think we don't have in the Bible exactly your lilac. We do have a pink, but probably it's not exactly the same. So I'm going to bring you a different meaning. So tonight we are going to make this, let's say, voyage, this kind of a trip around different specific subject that I'm going to present directly, not only the Kabbalah. So picking all your color, we are going to discover a different approach to this three line, time and space, spirit and hand, and also what we are going to make is a kind of spiral that are going to be something different from what you are used to understand about colors. We can jump in between one specific subject and the other one and mix all this information, and what is going to be the result is always your best and your only message that you are going to receive in a kind of synchronicity. So let's take the other one and I'm going to show you your color. Let me see if we can understand if this one is exactly your color. This one. This is a kind of light lilac. It's not exactly the lilac, the normal lilac. So I'm going to show you this one. So in the ancient time, this flower was taken from Venus, from the goddess of love, in order to be able to learn how to take care of her body. And in ancient time, this kind of messages is that please, José, take care of your body, the physical body I'm speaking. Really something grounded, not only, you know, the mental part or the spiritual part, but really the practical things. Okay, let's go on. Who want to share?
I like Kathleen.
Kathleen.
My favorite color is violet.
Okay.
And I don't like much gray.
Okay, violet and gray. Let's start with which one do you want to start from? Gray?
Yeah, it's all right. Gray, it's
Okay.
all right.
So the gray color in the ancient Kabbalah is called Aphor. Aphor, it means that your energy is not yet connected with your knowledge of the divine, of the sublime, of all the other connections. It's like you are not yet a channel, a clear channel. So you have to be able, I'm going to let you understand a little bit more about this letter, making a specific point on this part, because Reish in the ancient time was a snake. I know that this is important for you. And usually we start from Aleph, so we start from the beginning. Aleph is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, but is not the first letter of the Bible because it was Bet, Bereshit. So in between the first one and the Reish, that is the snake, you have two different parts. The Vav, that is a kind of, you know what we call Vav, is something in which you are stuck. And by the way, here we do have the most important things, because Pe is the ancient name of the mouth. So it looks like, to begin to understand your, let's say, snake, so your shadow, your part, you need to be able to make a comprehension in between which you are stuck and what you are not telling, because these two letters together, they are giving you a knowledge of what you are not telling to the other people, like you are stuck in a secret. And you have to be able to release, to open this kind of information to the world. By the way, there is something much more important in your violet, because it's like giving you another key to make a different comprehension of your knowledge. Because when you work with this segol is the translation of violet, and we find this word in the Bible and we find in the Torah. We are going to understand that, let's say, the knowledge, occult is also esoteric, is also initiatic, is also a different kind of knowledge that leads to the love of the divine and which connect us to the higher worlds. So it looks like you have to look for a different approach in your life. I cannot hear you, Kathleen. Can you open your microphone?
Yes, of course. Yes, I don't know how to say. Sometimes when people came on treatment, I use numbers and who are related to Arasoma. So I don't know where it comes from, but suddenly I have a number and I say it to the person, and when the person is gone, I check the number, and it's very strange, but it fits perfectly with the person. So I don't know where it comes from, or suddenly it's there. So I don't pay much attention to it, but I take the number with me with the treatment. So maybe it's all right to think I do. I don't know, but
Of course, you are a channeler in this way, and probably because Vicky Wall, that was the founder of the Aura Soma knowledge, she knows, she was, of course, but she used to know very well the Kabbalah word, and in every single little battle of Aura Soma was also increasing all the information about colors and number as well. You know, I'm used a lot. I also have the Aura Soma app on my phone, because this is one of the probably of the most used in the world, and probably you are connected with this number and with these colors. So probably you don't know yet because you didn't study, but you know it inside of you.
yes, it's really strange, but I don't pay too much attention. It's coming into my mind, and I take it with me when I do the treatment. So
That is the best.
Yes, I guess. Thank you.
You're welcome. So next, we want to know some other colors.
Maybe me.
Sì,
Vanda.
Vanda.
I like emerald green.
Okay.
Emerald.
Green.
There isn't a color which I really dislike, but I don't know, maybe black. But I have no real dislike to any colors.
Okay. Black, it contains every single color.
Yes, like white.
Exactly.
Yes.
But there is a very nice thing that I want to share with all of you. So in case someone want to, probably knows all this part, but black is connected with your mother. And your mother is also connected with your life, with love, relation, and communication. Like white is connected with the father, with the Holy Father, and also with your father, and is connected with job, money, and success. So probably, I don't know what is happening in your life, but you can ask yourself, what about love? I want to fall in love again. I want a new relationship. I want to start a new communication. So every single color in this kind of journey is making you only asking more questions. The right question will have the door to open a new world for you. Do you feel that probably you have any, I don't know, issue with your mother? You don't have to answer. It's just to open another door.
Well, my mother passed away several years ago. And maybe the way she passed away, yes, it is an issue.
Okay.
You could say it's an issue.
And probably when you are working, or if you want to make a meditation with black, you will see that you can ask to the light to help you with this issue. And you can meditate on this part and be able with yourself, because I also teach to the people to start what we call helping each other with our inner color, with the color that are going to be every day a real tool, a real instrument that we can play to open and to play our music. So probably you can go to bed today or tomorrow and you can ask to your black, to your, let's say, good night sleep. And you can make a prayer for your mother. We can all we can do this part, because, okay, probably some of us, we are going to be more lucky, but some of all the other ones, they probably in the childhood or in any other time, we could have got any problem with our mother. So we can ask to the black, and we are going to discover what does it mean, black, in these ancient languages. Black is something that is going beyond. So I'm going to share with you this part, because in Hebrew, shakor is this ancient language. Shakor, it means black. And you have to know that this one, the sheen, is one of the most powerful, let's say, letters of the Hebrew alphabet, because the sheen is the real ancient knowledge. And the message of the black that we have to remember is this one, that we need to find out that the knowledge useful for finding the inner balance comes only after passing the test of temptation. So the black color is going to test us. The opponent is testing us every day. And this black color is always, let's say, remembering us that we have to choose every day between light and darkness.
Yes.
So the black is going to be present on this world, and is going to be, let's say, the vessel of every single color, because it contains in the physical world every single color, and it's always testing us every day. So this is about the black. But I know that you discover and you choose an emerald green, what we call a real master. We do have a real connection in between numbers, numerology, and colors. We do have the 11. Okay, we do have a lot of, let's say, master color. Every color is a master. But in my point of view, there are some colors and some numbers that are really special. 11, 22, 33, 44. So these four, they are called the real master. And the emerald green is the number 22, and is connected with what we call the master of construction. So you need to remember that you have to build something in this real life, because otherwise every very nice idea, they are going to stay in your mind, but they are going to be probably pass away, and someone else is going to catch this idea. Because in between these three lines that I was showing you in the beginning, is like all the energy is going to flow, is going to go like in a river. And if you do not catch that fish, that idea, is going to happen that someone else is going to do it.
Okay.
Has never happened to you, Vanda, that you have got a very nice idea and you don't have the time or the energy or the information to make it real? Is it happened to you? To any of you, of course.
Well, maybe.
And after a while, did you discover that someone else was realizing in the real life, these things was becoming real through the end of someone else?
That I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You can pay attention because usually ideas, they are going to work in this way. If you do not do it, someone else will do. Okay. Because they are going to come from, let's say, the sky, the energy of the infinite, the Ein Sof, to Malkut, that is the, let's say, the grounding part. Okay. So your emerald green is saying, please, Vanda, be sure that you make your idea concrete, has to be real. What you think has to be now on this earth. Okay. Okay. Yes. This is the main message of this master color, like emerald.
Maybe it's something to do with arts, painting, piano.
Yes, of course.
When I don't go beyond a certain limit, let's say.
Can be. Probably is going to be just that you have to try to go beyond your borders, because that borders, you were the only people that placed that border.
Yes. Yes.
So probably just for one time, go beyond your comfort zone.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
And probably you can ask to the emerald green to help you in a painting.
Yes.
This is how we usually do here.
Yes.
Thank you, Vanda.
Thank you.
So any other curiosity? Evelyn, can you switch on the microphone? I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me? It makes me so happy, the black you told us, because I could wear black every day and I really love to wear black. Gabrielle knows that. But I love all the colors. There's no color I don't like. But I feel like wearing black all day long. But I hesitate because people often ask me if I'm on my way to a funeral or if somebody dies or is dead. And that's why I catch some other colors. But this is yeah, I feel not so good to wear black as a therapist because yeah, people don't think so positive about this darkness. So and I want to ask you what yeah, you told me about the nice things about black, and maybe I should allow myself to wear that as often as I like to.
Yes, I will really advise you to do that.
Okay.
And to explain also why you are doing that. Because if you came in Italy next time, as soon as possible, I will invite all of you in Italy, but we will try what we call the blind experience, that is really working with black. You are going to be blindfolded and you are going to make a specific exercise in a safe place, of course. But you are going to discover how much power is hidden behind the black. And In ancient time, the black was also a color of protection, not only about when the people died or stuff like that, but every time you need protection, you can ask to black.
Wow. This
And
makes me so happy.
and I
Thank you so
I
much.
can really share with you a lot of story about black, because it's one of the color that we are studying the most. We spend almost probably 3 days during the color journey, 3 days full time working on these specific colors, because it's so powerful. It's so much, there is so much information behind that you have to really to integrate inside yourself. Inside the black color, you have also the power of life, the power to discover that you don't have an unlimited amount of time. We call it the angel of death, but also the angel of life, because in black and white, you have both sides. And when you work with your angel of life, and not only of death, you have to remember that in your heart, you have to remember how powerful is this specific moment that you are living. And if you breathe on that color, you will see that there is fear inside. You will see that there is a deepness, and you cannot use any other color to go there. So in the black, you find the most dangerous fear that you have. I don't know if you can see something like that in English, but it's something like this, like, oh, and now what I can do, this is too much. It's a kind of terrifying. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, when you discover that part, you are going to discover the most powerful strength that you will ever discover inside of you. So it's not only because it's make you slimmer. A lot of people were telling me, okay, they make you slimmer. No, this is only just a nice way to do it. But you have inside this black a huge amount of information.
Okay. Thank you very much. So interesting. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we are going to have someone else that is going to be curious about some specific colors. Seraphine, can I ask you?
I don't know how to get the
okay.
microphone.
Sí, Cristina.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can all hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi. A favorite color is very difficult because I love so many colors, but probably either a shade of pink or a blue-green. And an unfavorite color would be like a mustard, like a really, really yellowy mustard.
We do have both of them. So let's start with pink. Pinkish, pink, 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 pink. So the first message of the pink color is that you need to be able to forgive. And forgive someone or yourself is going to be a real gift for all your world. But it's a real message of forgiveness. And by the way, it's not going to be so easy, because now I'm going to share with you also the ancient knowledge about the Kabbalah. And the pink color is one of the, let's say, the most. I'm going to share the knowledge, and after you will see how deep it's going to be. So in Hebrew, it's going to be varod. And varod, it means that if it frees the thought from obstacle and mental closure, after which it remains humble. I'm going to make it easier because I know it's very strange how it's written. It's going to be, is the time to open and to, let's say, go out and go take all the trash you have and throw it away. But at the same time, because this is going to give you a lot of power, please remain humble. So the message is really powerful. Also because it's going to be connected with this word that is called dalet. And dalet is a door to open to something, but a real door. Dalet is like a connection in between you and all the other soul. And when you, I'm going to show you also this part. Do you remember that, oh, sorry. Do you remember that time and soul, they are on the same line, on this blue line? On the green line, we have mass and energy. On the red light, we do have space and spirit. Your color is going to be infused here, like we can take an arrow here, with the white. So the red line is going to infuse with white the red light, the tzade, and that I'm going to explain a little bit more. And it means that in your space and in your spirit, you have to purify. You have to open yourself on a different atmosphere. You have to go beyond what you know and pay attention, because if you go beyond space and spirit, you have to remember to remain humble. Otherwise, you became like, you're like a king, a tyrant, and you became so superb. You can say that, Gabrielle, in English, can you?
Superb, yes.
Okay. So pay attention to this pink. Is it clear, Christina?
Yes, yes, it's very interesting. I'm actually, everyone here seems to have had more training in color therapy or the soma. I'm aware of that. I've had a little bit, but I actually do harp healing. I improvise on a harp and also use color. And that's what I'm stepping into. And you just basically described it. Yes. That's the door.
Yes, it's, but you are going to see after 25 books, and I'm making still research on what we call, I have a very famous book here that is called The Wisdom of Color. When you can see, this is the book, it's a kind of Bible. So it's almost 700 pages.
Oh, wow.
But you have every single part, I'm going to show you like this, in which you find the color and the meaning. And in the book, you find the lecture, the myth, the Greek part or the Latin part, where all this information comes from. This was in Italy, one of my bestseller, The Wisdom of Color.
Okay, so it's your book.
Yes.
By you. Okay, excellent. Thank you.
I have almost 25 books.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to show you some of my research, just to let you know that I'm not taking this information lightly. So the Soul and the Magic of Color was the first one. Templar Night, Color and Kabbalah. The Painter of the Soul is the fourth one. Fairy Tale and Colors, Behind the Fairy Tale, The Ancient Order of the Star, Let It Go, Color of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacobi, The Wisdom of Color, Samya of Colors, Samya and the Color of the Time, The Philosophy of the Dots and the Beginning of Colors, The Ancient Code of Color, that with Gabrielle we are translating it as well, also in English, in German. Lively, colorful, and consapevole, Gabrielle, awareness. I don't know.
Consciousness.
consciousness, living consciousness. After there is Dante Alighieri and the Divine Comedy, the color that we do have in these specific books, the ancient archetypes of colors and test of colors that we are going to see in a while. So just to let you know how many research I'm going, and it's going to be brand new, probably in September, I hope it's going to be the 24 intelligence of colors. 24 connected with different colors, and it's going to be probably another bestseller. Hope so. And I'm making a new research about chromo-psychology. That is a real, I'm going to be helped by a real psychologist that is connecting all the information that we are going to have with the quantistic physical world, connected with all this information with colors.
Great.
Now, Christina, I'm going to also to discover mustard. That is another color that you choose, the one that probably you do not like the most. And it's connected with an archetype of colors that is called orphan, but it doesn't mean that lost the parents. Orphan in the Jung psychology is a person that is able to manage himself, to be able to be, can you help, Gabrielle? Autonomy means with no physical attachment, no emotional attachment, no money attachment. How can I say that?
Independent, autonomous.
Yes.
Yeah, autonomous.
Or
Okay.
independent.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Same. Yeah.
So it's like the meaning of this color is that probably there is an area of your life in which your soul needs to be more independent. This can be one of the meaning. Or probably on the other end, probably you are tired to work alone and you need cooperation as well. So because every single color is going to have a light and a darkness. So it depends on which point of your life, of your career, of your intention you are. This is the color.
Interesting.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go on. Who is missing? Let's try again, Seraphine. Let's try to be.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, my microphone's not very good. My favorite color is actually indigo, which you've already done, or dark blue.
Okay.
And my least favorite color is probably, again, mustard or brown.
Okay, we can see other shadows in case, is it okay for you? I'm going to, I don't know why, I really love as one of this kind of blue, but it's a different one from the one that you choose. That is, it's called fiordaliso. Fiordaliso is a specific flower, the one that you see in the picture. And it's kind of a different message that is sending to you. Learn to split up what is useful to your growth, for your growth, from what is really not useful at all. So you have to remember in this blue, which is the shadow that you have to go on. And also because there is another one, a different kind of blue that is called cobalt, that you need to change to approach one more spiritual vision of the existence. Not only probably only the one that you knew from today, but from now on, probably something that you have to go on and you have to follow. And after we do have the brown, I know that I do have the brown. The brown is somewhere here. Brown, 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 brown. Anyway, it's not here. Let me see, where is it? Here on the other side. yes, brown. We do have a different approach also to brown, because in the brown there is a different message about mystery of knowledge. This word that is called ke'it in Hebrew is going to recommend you to find your harmony. But the harmony in between these two parts, the feminine part and the masculine one. Every one of us is receiving two parts, two different brain as well, the left and the right. And they are working completely in two different ways. The one that is really organized and methodic, and the other one that is completely creative and crazy and things. And you have to find harmony in between these two parts and two words in between yourself, of course. Do you like it, Seraphine?
Yes, thanks a lot. Yeah, just a quick question. Are your books available in English?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
But in case, Gabriel, do you remember that we have a very small paper, the one in English about the Kabbalah that was sending to you a long time ago, in case we can make a present, a gift to all the people that are listening. Do you remember this paper, the one about the colors and Kabbalah? So at least you have a small present about this part.
Oh, that would be really lovely. I mean, if you can, do you have that in PDF so that we could send it?
It is in a Word document, but do you remember that my English was not very good? Not even at that time, was even worse than now. So pay attention. Probably you will find many mistakes, but you can try to do your best, only to read the emotion behind the words. I'm going to send it to you, Gabrielle. Is it okay for you?
So do you want to share it with the group? And by the way, your English is better than you always say, I think.
Really?
Definitely, yes.
Okay.
Yes, so it would be lovely. I could then send this Word document together with the recording.
Okay, perfect. Will be perfect.
Okay, thank you very much.
So, and I'm going also to ask to Joy, would you like to share with us your colors? Or
sure, I would love to. It's, you know, I work with the angelic and divine realm of color, and it's very difficult for me to choose. It's changed throughout the years. I think right now, even though I don't wear it really, is like a magenta, kind of rosy, similar to the angel behind me. See? And I don't have a least favorite color.
Okay.
And I also absolutely love like an electric royal blue.
Okay. So about the magenta is another of the, we have magenta, and we have also the color that we call for initiation. So the magenta is what we call the change state of awareness. So it means that probably you have to go beyond your angel, if there is something beyond, connected. Exactly. And also that probably the message is that you need to accelerate, that you have to be able to share your knowledge with more people, that you have to be able to give your wisdom, to gift the world with your wisdom, because the world need your information. It's like the magenta is telling you, please start as quickly as possible, and also remember that you are one of the column of the temple, not only your personal temple, but the temple of this earth. So remember that there is something more. And the magenta is connected with the number 44. So it's one of the master, because in the line of what we call the different word, we have the pink, the lilac, we do have what we call amethyst, and after we have the magenta. Is what we call to be connected on the fifth word. And you need to be able to go beyond, because there is something else that you need to be, not to discover, because you already know what there is beyond, but it's like you need to be connected. This is the message of the magenta.
It resonates very deeply, very deeply.
Okay. And in case, I know that you don't dislike any color, but in case you can choose another one, we will see what kind of frequency. Also, if you like it, another one that you like.
You know, I absolutely love blue and turquoise. I just like, I'm with, or like a periwinkle blue.
Okay. Yes, I do have the periwinkle. It's not exactly like this one, the periwinkle. So I'm going to share with you these two. That is the one that is connected always with intuition. That is called the channel. Channel, you call it like that. The periwinkle. You know, Gabrielle, that I don't know the periwinkle.
Well, periwinkle blue is, I think, a blue with a little violet undertone. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But this color here is probably was the first color that came to me in my meditation. Is similar to this, except it was more iridescent, of course.
Okay. So pulling away from the mind is kind of remember to be present, leaving any kind of connection with the real world and flow into your state of trance, we can say like that. So it's like you follow your meditation. Try to be present and not present at the same time. There is an old, very important information about this color that was connected also to the other one that is called silence and listening. Because in these two colors, you find the inner listening, the calm and the deep connection with the silence that you need after an hurricane, the hurricane of mind, of course. And talking in this case is not necessary. And usually you talk only if you really need. It's kind of a sage, a real sage is working with this kind of colors. Because you deeply understand not only the color, but what does it mean for you to be, not to be, to share the knowledge of yourself and of the world, because it's not your knowledge. And it's kind you connect in between your inner color, the color of the Ein Sof, or the color of the universe. And at the same time, you find your peace, not only yours, but also the peace for all the other people around you.
Thank you. I do have a question about what is the color of Ein Sof?
Ein Sof has no colors. There is for all the other people, I don't know if you know, this is the Kabbalistic tree of life. Every single Sephira is having a color. The Ein Sof is not color Kabbalah, but it's here behind. And there is no color over there. But because you don't need color at all, you are pure light. And when you have inside of you pure light, you have all the kind of shades, every single shade. There is a legend that is telling that when the tree of life was connected and was the real connection in between the other world and this one, it used to be iridescent, but only if you could see the life inside yourself. So only if you really discover the life inside you, you can check the universe and see the real Ein Sof color that is full of every shades of colors. Okay. So, who is missing? Christian?
Ursula.
Ah, Ursula as well. Okay.
Favorite color, as we have all of the blue shades, I take a light yellow.
Okay.
And the one I don't like is beige. I think in Italian it's beige as well, because I didn't find the translation.
Yes, beige as well. So we start...
Because we already had brown, so...
Okay. So first of all, a light green or, sorry, a light yellow?
No, yellow.
Yellow, a real yellow.
Light sun or lime yellow.
Okay. So yeah, we have
a glowing one. Yeah.
Okay. Do you like this one? Or is too much? It's too orange?
More yellow.
Okay, more yellow. I'm going to show you more yellow, don't worry. But just to understand which is the real connection within this color, we start from the sacrifice of God. Because connected with the yellow, there is the ancient connection with the sacrifice. In the Latin language, this word, sacrifactum, it means that you make something, the real translation is that you do something for God. But sacrificing for God doesn't mean exactly the same things in Italian and probably not even in English. If you make a sacrifice, you make something that is like, okay, I'm sacrificing something. In the ancient time, the sacrifice of God was a part of the cosmic wheel. In the yellow, there is the sun. And if the sun is not going to bed every night and is not going to rise up in the morning, and this is the sacrifice, the sun is going to make a sacrifice to let appear the moon in order to be able to rise up again the next day. So the yellow is going to be the color that is giving you the power to connect the real meaning of sacrifice. So Ursula, a real nice sacrifice, not something bad. If you ask to a child and you do not explain any meaning, but you ask to a very nice child, can you make a sacrifice? So for 7 days, something for the divine, for the God, and you will get a reward. Do you know that the child usually is, okay, I'm going to drink a Coca-Cola for 7 days. That is not a sacrifice, because in the ancient time, there was not a sacrifice, a real one. There is only a meaning of sacer factum. That was that the real meaning was sacer, that it means sacred, factum, that is an action. So the sacrifice was something for God, but in a good way. So Ursula, probably you have to make what we call a sweetness for your soul. You have to be able to reward yourself in a nice way. You have to make a real sacrifice. Something nice for you.
Can be challenging as well, yeah.
And by the way, so this was the yellow. I forgot the other color, sorry.
Beige.
Beige, yes. I'm going to show you this part. Beige was also connected with a different meaning that we call the genuineness, the part that is called naturalness, or I think is not, probably the word is not correct, is the power to be genuine, to do not force your soul to be someone else. And we call what we call a color multifunctional, because you use beige to, let's say, upgrade any other color. So beige is also a different color that you use when you need to upgrade your soul. It's also very easy to work and to understand that there is a kind of emotion that is going on. It's so natural, so simple, so full of white, with a light part of brown and a light part of yellow that is going to be pure and natural.
So I have a bit of the yellow in the beige as well, no?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. After we do have Christiane now.
Hi, thank you. It's so interesting, Samya. And the colors I like or dislike have already been mentioned. So the colors I like most, the color I like most is a color between magenta and violet.
Okay.
So it's changing, you know. And the color I don't like is brown.
Okay.
I don't like so much. And I'm very glad about the color black because I also like to wear black a lot.
Okay.
So thank you for all these explanations.
So about the brown, I'm going also to tell you something more.
Yes.
Because there is another part of the brown that is called chocolate brown.
Chocolate brown.
Yes, and it's like you need to be, yes, you need to feel love. You need comfort and approval as well. And also probably you need to be like hugged. Can you say that?
What?
Like to be like, I know that we cannot touch, we cannot hug each other, but it's like you need a real physical touch.
Okay.
Not only not only words and not only online, but physical. So in case you can, Gabrielle, okay, make it test and go to hug Christiane as soon as possible.
Yes, we like it.
And also, of course, is one of the color of when you need to be grounded. I know that we don't like so much because we like to be in the shadow and we want to feel and we want to go into our imagination, but to go more and more and more and to enter in the Ein Sof, we need to be grounded. So I know that many people don't like the brown, but when you want to make a kind of test, you can ground your foot into the ground. Usually we make this experience in the nature, in the woods. We bring people to an experience, we blind them, and after we make, you know, an hole into the wood, and we leave the people there for 10-20 minutes. It depends on the how much need to be grounded. And what is happening is that the people is like, oh my God, now I am stuck somewhere and I don't know what to do and I cannot. And only after a while, you start feeling the ground and you start, making the real connection. So Christian, I know probably it's going to be too much to ground your foot, but in case you want to try, will be a very important experience.
Okay.
So probably Velimir is missing. Velimir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. I would like to say that I give credit to all colors.
Okay.
And I always ready for nice surprises from all colors, but I have a special one, which is turquoise.
Okay. We have to go to find the real seeker. Turquoise is the color of the seeker. The person that is asking the right question, that is searching for the new one, that doesn't like crowds, is a pioneer. Usually this color, the turquoise, is having the ability to see a life where the others see nothing. So I think it's one of the best color for the real researcher, for all the people that are the real seeker of the truth. So it's a very powerful color. Pay attention, because if it's upset, if the color is upset, it's making you seeker and seeker and seeker and seeker, asking other question, other question, other question, other question, and it's like kind of arranging a loop in your mind. But for everything else is a one. I love this color.
Yes, because the first association is freshness, nature, something like morning dew or mountain stream. Maybe there's not about so many questions, but about being ready and patient for having an answer, to be able to sit next to that mountain stream and to wait for an answer. Maybe the stream will bring an answer to you.
Yes, and the
it's
color.
also associated with solitude, as you said, because well, you must be alone in the nature to feel the spirit of the nature and the stream. To hear the sound, you need silence.
Yeah.
That means no other people, or only some like-minded people.
Or probably Velimir, when we do this exercise, we make a shut up project. Yes, we have a type, we call it a stretch type, like here, so the people cannot speak at all. So I agree, Velimir. And the color you like less, which one can be?
There's no such color that I don't like.
So another color that you like. So for all the other people, we have got two meanings.
Maybe red, but orange, but almost red.
Okay.
Deep orange or dark orange.
Okay. I'm going to show you some red, and you will tell me which one do you like most, and I'm going to share with you. So there is a color in between red and orange that is called lobster. That is the kind of information inside the color that you need to take a step back. Pay attention to which part of your life is, let's say, willing to make a step back. So that is not called humble as well. And try to do not hide behind the fears. Get out of the shell, of course, change road in case. So you have many meanings on the lobster. I don't know if it's the right one, but I'm going to tell you some color because we spoke only.
Should I continue eating lobsters or should I stop?
No, you should continue. but but remember,
I must take the lobster out of its shell and eat it. Is it the
exactly.
meaning of? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, but also
thank you for your support.
Because you have to remember that it's not the lobster that you have to change, or you don't have to make a step back on the lobster, but only in a small part of your life.
Or a small amount. I should think in my in this age of mine, I have to think about the cholesterol maybe. So not too much lobster is no good.
But in any case, with red, you also have the speed, the Ferrari speed. So make a decision. You need to take an important decision in your life. So you need to be at the command of your own life. And also very fast. You don't have to think about it. Go for it.
Okay, I will. Thank
and
you.
we also have other kind of red. Probably this one is too much, but this is in between what we call devil and seraph color, what we call the Set, the goddess in Egypt. And this, what we call cinnabar, is in between divine and carnal love. So I don't know if you are looking for lovers or if you are looking for a new loving of the love of your life, or if you are looking for something new on the carnal part. This is one of the meaning that can be.
You are talking to me, right?
I'm speaking about red to all of you, not only to you, Velimir. This was just a different kind of, okay, this is not really red. This is probably brick, it's like a wall. So pay attention, one step at a time with no hurry. So two different meanings in the same colors, more or less. In the same red, you can have this no hurry or please, very quickly. This is red. When you look for it, is making you like that. And probably this is more or less what we are going to see today. So this was just the beginning, of course, just a kind of information for you, a journey into the color of your soul. Do you have any question?
How do you know all this? Is this research on human beings? Okay.
And also on research in the myth, in the history of ancient God. My main specialty was to learn about goddess in Greek, in the Roman and Latin Roman Empire. And also I'm making research. I can show you some books, very old, like last time I showed this kind of, Gabriel now is translating this part, very ancient tools related to colors. One of the most incredible and the one I like most is called archaeometry. Is this, I can show you, probably I have something that is going to be more effective because this one you cannot see so much. Let me see where it is. And just 1 second. I'm studying all the connection that I can in ancient book. This is my main, let's say, I don't know if it's an obsession, probably. I don't know. But every time I discover something new is in an old book. Because everything new is not so incredible for me. Let me see. Ok, so vediamo se riesco a prenderlo. There is an ancient tools related to color that is called archaeometry. is a French, is this one, is a French tool, this one. And as you can see, you can find colors, ancient planet, symbols, ancient alphabet. After you have also the musical notes, you see, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. You have numbers, you have angles, you have as well what we call serif, and you don't have only the Hebrew, but a lot of ancient tools. And this was called a tool to discover the meaning of the universe. And every single color is connected with something specific. So if you see, for example, the yellow that is going to be on Saturn, of Capricornus, of red node, of the sheen, of the triangle, of the fire, and so on. So every time I was studying was trying to find a new connection, a new information in ancient, very ancient book. And I'm studying and researching Leonardo da Vinci and Dante Alighieri since almost 20 years. And in their books, you find very, very ancient. And when I was in Vienna with Gabrielle, I discovered an ancient book. I also have a picture of it in German. And it was amazing. It was the discovery of my life, probably.
Mm-hmm. But maybe we can announce, Samya, that your book, the Archaeometro, Evelyn, and for the German speakers, because I'm in the process of translating it, and it's going to be published, I guess, this year in German.
I hope soon is going to be. You will find not only the meaning of every single color, but in this tool, the color were connected in triad, in 3 colors. So every single one was connected with other 3 colors. And there was the, what we call the 3 color of infinite possibility, the 3 colors that are connected with happiness, the 3 colors that are connected with success, and also the 3 color of the soul. But this is just the beginning.
Thank you.
So are there any questions for now? I mean, we could have hundreds of questions, I guess. But for now,
okay.
Yeah. Yes, so I would like to encourage you, for further questions, or if you want to come in contact with Samya, her website, I wrote it into the chat, is samyadeicolori.it. Or either you can connect directly with her, or you can also write me, and I will forward everything. You can also check out her website, because she has a very interesting color test there. And I guess there will be much more to come in the near future. And thanks a lot for this journey, Samya. It's only the beginning. There's so much to discover. And thanks for being color when you are explaining it. It's really fascinating. And yes, really lovely. And we will continue doing that. So please, all participants, stay tuned. We will continue doing Zoominars in the next season, in the fall season. We are going to have a pause now in summer, in July and August, where we will maybe continue, I think, in October with a different program. And we have one other Zoominar, the last one of the first series coming up. It's going to be June 15 with Christiane Verzova, who is present today. Color light and pyramids. So please join again. It's going to be 15th of June at 8 p.m. Central European time again. Thanks a lot, Samya. Very fascinating and very happy to join our forces again in colors. I'm also happy that turquoise has been mentioned. Thanks a lot, Velimir, because that's my color. And I guess we've covered all the most important, or almost all colors tonight as the beginning of a journey. Thanks a lot, Samya.
Thank you, Samya.
And I'm going to send to Gabrielle tonight this kind of small document. Please forgive me for the mistake, but it was done with love.
Thanks a lot. And
bye-bye. Thank you.
Have a lovely day and lovely night or lovely evening, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.